Hey guys, I'm here to talk about a couple blueprints that I consider must-haves that I use in pretty much every one of my camp builds, and I think they could be super helpful. My brain is comparable to a hoarder's house, so feel free to reach out if you need clarity or have any questions. Okay, starting out we have the anywhere stair piece, and this can be used in a lot of different ways. This one is really simple. All we're going to do is we're going to get a power connector, place it pretty close, not too close. You just want a little bit of space between them. Then you're going to go over to your stair pieces and you're going to get the small stair piece, put that, and then actually put another one on top of it. And then you are going to blueprint both of those stair pieces and that power connector. Don't blueprint the foundation. Now save your blueprint. So this is what you end up with, and you can place that anywhere that that power connector will catch on to. I'm just going to show you, you can use any of the stair pieces to do this. I prefer to use the smaller ones because they fit in more places, but you can do any of these larger ones as well. And here I'm just showing how you can interchange those stair pieces so that you can use the larger ones. You know, if you couldn't fit them in there, you can just switch them out once you've placed these smaller ones. Okay, next up we have the anywhere stairs. I use these a lot. So first we're going to get our stairs. We're going to place those as they would normally go on the foundation. Next you're going to want a rug. I like to use this one because it fits pretty much perfectly. You're going to place that right in between those two stair pieces down at the bottom. You want it to be kind of centered, nice and even. Place that there. And then, last but not least, you're going to place a catwalk at the top. Any catwalk will work. I'm using this one for this example. Okay, so now you're going to blueprint the catwalk, the stairs, and the rug, not the foundation. And then you're just going to save that. So as you see, you can place those anywhere, even on foundations, ground, wherever. And this is just a little tip with that floating stairway. So you can place it and it'll be fine, but once you get to the point where you actually add a floor at the top of it, things get a little tricky. So once you add that floor, it's not going to want to delete that stairway because there's not a true foundation attached to it. So what you're going to need to do in that case is actually get a foundation to attach to the bottom of the stairs. Once you do that, it will allow you to delete that floor and the stairway. But just keep that in mind because if you have it up somewhere high or in a tricky place, you may not be able to get that foundation under it, and it's nearly impossible to delete it at that point. I've had to scrap whole camps doing that. You can also attach another stair to that stair to get down to the foundation. And this is just a little trick tip that I like to use when I'm doing these stairs. So if you use them just as they are and just use the catwalks and basically stack them on top of the catwalks rather than actually connecting the stairs or a floor piece to it, it allows you to freely delete them, you know, if you decide you don't like it or it's crooked or whatever, without it being attached to a floor piece or another stair. You can delete those and move them again. Okay, here we have the floating or anywhere catwalks. You can use any version of the catwalk. It doesn't have to be these ones. I'll show you with the other version. So this is just going to kind of show you what our blueprints are going to look like once we're done. I have what I call a high and a low. Okay, so you're going to set two foundations down, one a little bit higher than the other. And you're going to place two catwalks, two of the small catwalks, on one of those foundations. And then you're going to take a floor decor item, whatever you want to choose. And for the low catwalk, you're going to place that at the higher foundation. And then you're going to blueprint both of those small catwalk pieces and the floor decor item. And save that. for the low catwalk, we're going to place our 2 catwalks on the higher foundation. And then you're going to take a floor decor item, put that on the lower foundation. And then you are going to blueprint the 2 catwalks and the floor decor. So you'll end up with something like this, and wherever you place that floor decor item, that is where it's going to place your catwalks, if that makes sense. And you can add on to these catwalks, make them longer, whatever you want to do with them. Okay, now we have the anywhere half wall. So this is what our blueprint is going to look like when we're done. Alright, so starting on our foundation, our first item is going to be a rug. I like to use this rug. Place that down, pretty centered, pretty even. Then you're going to put your half wall where it's basically touching that rug. And then finally you're going to put your catwalk on. And go ahead and save that blueprint. And this is just a little tip, kind of like with the stairs. So you can see you can place that kind of wherever you want. However, once you do add something, another wall on top of this half wall, it's not going to want to let you delete it because there's no true foundation attached. So once again, the solution to that is simply to get the foundation to clip onto the bottom of that half wall. Once you do that, you will be able to delete those half walls. Okay, this is going to be the anywhere full wall, and this is going to be a 2-step process to place on foundations. Okay, our first step is going to be actually placing down your full wall. I like to use a doorway. Then, you guessed it, we're going to put a catwalk on top. And then finally, we are going to once again use a floor decor item. And we're going to place that nice and centered, not too close, but not too far with that door frame. And then we are going to blueprint the catwalk, the door frame, and the floor decor item, not the foundation. Go ahead and save that. So we've got our blueprint here, and you can see that you cannot place it on foundations. You can place it on the ground, which may be useful, but I usually like to use mine on foundations. So what I'm going to do now is show you how to do that. Okay, this is part 2 of our anywhere walls. And this is what that blueprint is going to look like when we're done. Okay, so having placed our daisy rug down on that foundation somewhere, we're going to place our blueprint that we made previously on top of that rug. You're going to have to set the floor decor item on there, and sometimes it can take a little messing with to really get it to sit on there. But once you've got it, then you're good. Alright, so now you're going to want to place a door in that door frame. It's just easier in my opinion to do it this way. So go ahead and place that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to blueprint the catwalk, the door frame, the door, and the daisy rug, not the floor decor item. And then go ahead and save that blueprint. And as you can see with that blueprint that we just made, now you can place that onto a foundation. And I'm just going to show you once you place that, if you don't want it to be a doorway, you can actually go in and you can change the door, or you can actually change the wall into a whole wall or a window and then just delete the door, of course delete the rug and the catwalk, and then that can be a different kind of wall. And the same rules will apply as the half wall as far as putting anything on top of this wall. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video was helpful for some of you.